Yeah, you can. That's the same hazard. You know, the people who have crystals hanging from their rearview mirrors and its sun is shining and you get like lasered in the eyeball. Michelle! We got a baby. Oh. Can we just like
I cannot stand Steve Urkel. Have you done that before?
it's fabulous, isn't it? He's so good. Hi. Yeah, today's the Gordon Fisherman. Next year I could do the Salt Girl. All I need is an umbrella for that one. Easy. I told you guys last year I was going to repurpose this yellow raincoat every year. We're going to come up with a new character each year. I could do that. There's so many options. Apparently there's a video game, Nightmare something, character named Six. She wears a yellow raincoat. She's an option. Got so many options. Salt Girl, I can do the Morton Salt Girl. I'm the fish stick guy today. Yeah, but I couldn't find my fishing pole, so I just grabbed years of wearing
It's so funny, but there's a whole bunch of numbers coming out.
How tall are you? 6'7"?
So number is 767.
I love it. Well, thanks for being here. I appreciate you guys being here today. Ready to jump in? All right, let's get our party started. Let's do it. Well, maybe not. We're gonna go this way. All right, October birthdays. Jim King's got a Halloween birthday. Mary just had one. Yeah.
Yeah, when did Scorpio start?
It started on like 21st.
Oh, so that's Scorpio. Okay.
Bunch of Scorpios up in here.
Are they? Scorpios are?
What?
Interesting.
What did you say?
Right.
Revengeful.
I had no idea. All right, let's do some bucket fills. What do we have? Fill some buckets.
I will fill Celeste's bucket because, like she said in a couple weeks ago, how she calls her more experienced agent or her circle. I call her. So, pound pay forward, whatever you want to do, but she's always there and always willing to answer my calls.
I love that. Great job, Celeste.
I'll fill Celeste's bucket. She set a goal for this year to sell 3.
Yeah.
And we're at 12.
Oh!
So we were at sales volume. Huh? What's your sales volume?
Yeah, right.
With my goal,
You're closer to 4.
yes, I know.
So you passed the volume, 2 transactions to go count, and you can't. Woo! Well done. Anyone else have a bucket fill for Celeste? Oh, wait, Michelle does. Hold on, I can't hear Michelle. Say it again. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, Celeste.
Thank you.
I
Well
have
done,
bucket fills
Tim.
for Lindsay, for Bo, they're not here, and Tara, and week that's been quite irritating, and, you know, everybody just remains completely calm, works through it, and, you know, I have the greatest respect, first of all, for Bo and for Lindsay, because I think they just have the right kind of temperament to handle all of this stuff. And, you know, Lindsay has to deal with a lot of stupid shit. You know, that people do, and she just manages to just keep on fighting away. And so I'm grateful for everybody's support.
I love that. Thank you for sharing.
6, 7.
Hey, that's gonna be your new answer. Anytime somebody wants to ask.
No, Jamie's like, no. I would kill to be a teacher right now. So good. Anyone else before we? Yeah.
Like, Kate made students here the other day, and I know she's not here now, but, you know, she was sharing so openly about a new situation, and, you know, what I love about this business is that it's always evolving, there's always new things we can learn and grow in. And I like that because I feel challenged on a daily basis. But she talked about a situation with the new contract that, and I want to encourage you to explore, because that's how we learn this stuff. You know, there was a bid on a property, and she wasn't sure how that system worked, but she learned something new about it. And then I was able to talk to her about payment laws and how that works. I mean, like, so you have form. So I just want people to come in.
Makes a difference, doesn't it? And there's also data behind that. We can tell you the agents who their business takes off and heads in a trajectory of growth, those agents are typically in the office. There's a reason. You guys are learning from one another. You're getting motivated by one another. So yeah, I love that.
And I mean, we're all here to support one another. We all know what it's
For sure.
hard. It's not easy to walk a hard day, especially on a daily basis. So, you know, just to be here for one another.
I agree.
That's what we need. First of all, yeah.
And what did I say when we brought that up? When you brought that up? You guys are in charge of that.
Yeah, right.
Those of you who are showing up, you're in charge of that. You all set the pace. You want the energy in here? Bring the energy. Right? Bring it to me. Yeah, there's those of us who are here every day.
Me and Chase and Travis and Will are here almost every day. And I think it's us because, like, Celeste, like, to your point, like, we do need more people in here, but, like, right now we're speaking in our head. We all know that.
Right.
All are the ones that show up. So it's how can we create FOMO? Like, make people jealous that we're here in the office when you guys are all back there working and making dials and getting business. How is that, you know?
And I think that's what it was. I would see so much, and I was like, oh, go in there.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know,
And to be fair, I have not been here as much as I used to be because I just.
You get busy. Mhm.
What's going on. I'm learning new things. I'm hearing talk about real estate and how, you just yourself.
Well, oh yeah. It's good.
I saw that.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so, yeah.
But like, have a minute?
Yeah.
I'm curious because like us, like leadership roles, posting more about what is going on in the office, those types of things, but I'm curious, like your role is feedback. Is it something like where you guys post this, like, posting? Like, currently, like, where is everyone at? I mean, like, what do you guys see as the answer to that, to building that energy that helps your
Good question.
Is that like, us staying on social media? Is this you all also showing up? I mean, I'm just curious. I agree.
It's a lot of people that brought that, so, and they will post. Yeah, which, I mean, I don't know.
Mhm.
That's, so, I mean, a lot of people are energy social.
Mm.
So, it's just, I'm bring that energy. When my energy is where it's supposed to be at.
Well, I think if we, and I know, like, with this, with, lives and lots of busy, I've got a 86-year-old parent out here for, and trying to grow my business. But I think if we just all commit to, like, if everybody could just commit to 2 days to be in office,
Fair.
start out small, and, that's my goal moving forward, so that I can be even more, be more involved, and, I think it's such a we want to encourage them, we want the business to grow, we want, if they don't see anybody there,
Can't be a ghost
we
town.
could lose them. Yeah,
Right.
based on that,
Right.
because, so we want to.
Well, and you're saying 2 days a week. If that's where you start, make it your Tuesday and Friday. Those are the 2 days that have the most attendance, most people here, most energy. And then, allow that to feed you and motivate you and come in more often as you can. It's a reality. You guys are out on appointments, but we also know that in the morning we should be doing what? Connection hour, having conversations, building relationships. Love it. Well, this is an interesting segue into our next piece. We're going to talk about something that can transform your business faster than any new script you're practicing, faster than a new lead source. And that's your mindset. Every bit of it starts there, your mindset. You can have all the systems, all the tools, all the training in the world, but if your mindset is holding you back, none of that is going to matter. You're going to remain stuck where you are. Fair enough? All right. So I've got a question for you. Who here's ever felt like they know what they need to do and yet have a hard time actually doing it?
You know what you need to do, and you still don't do it. I'm right there with you, right? And it's typically if something goes through our head. Something happens, something goes through our head that tells us that we shouldn't be doing it, can't do it, don't deserve it. I can't do this. I don't deserve that. You guys suffer with those. I can't do something. I don't deserve something. Mine's more so more for alcohol. Don't feel bad about sitting here and watching TV. Ooh, that is mine.
That's
Yes. Mine, yeah. belief that is, other than, you know, there might be some reality in that. If I've been going since I'm 15, it might be quite okay for me to repeat it every once in a while. I mean, you know,
If it's keeping you from doing something though, then we have a problem.
and we're going to, yes. I mean, I played off on my career for 30-something years. August, so I've got a few months of maybe but it's hard. Moving home since the pandemic started, and it's hard to get back into that energy of going to the office every day and having your 25th on your to-do list to get done that day. So, but it's getting there. It's just taking a while. But everybody feels that.
That's eliminating belief. For sure. I'm too old for this shit. Definitely eliminate belief.
Well, that gap between what we know and what we do, that is a limiting belief. That is what's getting in our way. And so what we're going to do today is kind of talk about slides. Oh, thank you.
And we're going to talk about how we can
Reframe those.
before we get into that, this is a definition of what a limiting belief is. I also wrote this one down. A limiting belief is a story we tell ourselves about what we can't do, don't deserve, we're not ready for, and it's a mental barrier that feels real, but it's not. It's usually based on past experience or something that someone told you, right? That's often how we form those limiting beliefs. Past experiences or something that's been told to us. All right. So what are some limiting beliefs around real estate that you guys might have? What are some common ones? You can just shout them out. Not experienced enough? Not enough inventory.
There's so many better.
They're better agents than me. Ooh, good one. People do not want to be bothered when you call.
I think my biggest thing right now is everybody's kind of word for us what's happening in the world. When the investor pulled out last night,
Right.
I think like, no, that's out of the way. Honestly, like, that's right.
Mhm. That makes sense. Any others? Any other limiting beliefs that you've heard before? The time one, thank you.
Because I don't have time to answer my phone, you know.
So these limiting beliefs quietly linger. And they don't just affect our performance each day, but they affect your results, your overall results, those limiting beliefs will. So what we're going to do is we're going to reframe some of those. Maybe. So high achievers remove beliefs from their thinking that hold them back. You'll need to clear your mind of limiting beliefs before succeeding at a high level. So let's think about those limiting beliefs. When you recognize a limiting belief, you can flip it. You can reframe it. So the limiting beliefs that just went through your mind, how could you reframe that belief? You don't have to tell me out loud, but think about it for just a second. How could you reframe that? I'm not good at scripts. I am good at scripts. By practicing scripts, I get better every day. What's another one? I'm too new in real estate. Nobody's going to want to work with me. Because I'm new, I'm eager, I'm adaptable, and I'm going to give you 100% of my attention, and my clients love that about me.
Happens where, you know, I mean, that was one that I do a lot.
Mhm.
I was like, how can I keep people that are amazing agents? But if you really look at it, nobody in the 5 years that I've been an agent, not one time did I have clients say to me, so you're pretty new at this, what's your experience?
Right.
They never asked that. So that's something I kind of stuck with, and it worked.
When you lean into whatever that objection is going to be that you've created in your mind, When you lean into the positive side of that, people feel that, they sense that, they hear it, they see it, and they believe it. So reframing not only helps you, but it also helps them as well. You're having a response. I know, instead of saying something like, yeah, I know I'm new, I haven't sold a house yet, but I do work for a really great company. It's gonna hire me. But when I reframe it to, heck yeah, I'm new and eager, and I'm gonna give you 100% of my attention, my clients love that about me.
And we have 300 agents in our office that are, support network.
Plenty of ways to get ready. So what we're gonna do today, everybody should have a piece of paper in front of them. Everybody have a piece of paper? Use your tiny little piece.
Okay. On that piece of paper, what I want you guys to do is write down your limiting belief. Write it down on a piece of paper. Write down one belief that's holding you back. Everybody should be writing. You don't have a piece of paper? We'll get you one. Write down your limiting belief. Once you are finished writing down your limiting belief that is holding you back, I want you to read that sentence and determine how you're going to reframe it. Just have that in your mind. Put your limiting belief on paper, reframe it in your mind. When you're finished, just put your pen down and look up here so I know everybody's ready. Okay. Everybody had their limiting belief? Has everyone reframed it in their mind? Okay, I want everybody to stand up. Stand up, stand up, stand up. What we're going to do is we are going to yell out our limiting belief. I want you to yell it at the top of your lungs at the count of 3.
Please participate, or there's gonna be like one person that says it and not one person.
That's really uncomfortable. You guys already know my limiting belief. All right.
Same time.
At the same time. 1, 2, 3. What were the limiting beliefs around you?
Too old. I'm too old. I couldn't hear.
Oh, I just.
You didn't hear them. You know why you didn't hear them? Because no one's freaking listening to your limiting belief but you.
Come on, Chris. That was.
You're the only one that's listening to it. So what we're going to do now is everyone's going to come up here, take your limiting belief and put it in this bucket of water. What you'll see is your limiting belief is dissolving in front of you. As your limiting belief dissolves in the water, guys, listen. As your limiting belief dissolves in this water, imagine that it's losing all of its power on you. What you just saw is it's symbolic. The belief only exists if you let it. Now, through your mind, tell yourself how you reframed it. Say it again in your mind. How are you reframing your limiting belief? Do we feel better about it? More confident? Stronger? That limiting belief's gone, y'all. Let it go. Why wouldn't you? Yeah. My limiting beliefs, I'm too old.
And I'm working with people.
Bitch, I know a lot more than you do.
Well,
I
and
mean, that's my
working with reframe older than me. Right now, they think it's great because I.
There you go. How do you reframe it then?
I'm just.
People my age and older want to hear from you. Yeah, I love that. Thank you for sharing. If anyone would like to share their feedback, you can. Or you can do it guest first.
It's not a reframe, but it's something I heard. Something. They were talking about, I'll get anxiety before an appointment, but it's something I heard years ago. Played Star Trek. He started off as an actor. So before he went on stage, he would look in the mirror. He had lights on and all the suit stuff, and he allowed it to have fear come in and embarrass him. But before he got to that, he fuck it.
That was how we reset.
That's how before I let anything in my head, fuck it.
And then you go. I love it.
It's like Mel's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, okay, so this little experiment was so good for me because as I worked out what I was thinking, it's like, wow, this actually affects several areas of my life. And it is too much business because inconsistency of the time in things I've dealt with my entire life. I don't want to take it. I mean, I can't for business, but I limit myself because I feel like I don't want to put myself in a position where maybe like then you were reputation from the whole here.
Yes.
So I'm not quite sure how to reframe that because I guess I'm in the elements. And this is like
It's great to have you right now. You're already reframing it.
So, yeah, so this is pretty helpful.
I love that. Yeah, we can talk out the specific reframe.
I had an appointment a couple weeks ago with a guy who's been in sales his whole career, and he gave me a little piece of advice that just like flipped a switch in my head, kind of put out the reset. He's like, when you're making your calls, you're calling, hunting for no's. Like you know that you're gonna get a no when you call, but then when a yes comes around, it's just like a little bit for the day. So whenever he said that, like immediately, it's like, okay, yeah, like I'm calling expecting a no. When a yes comes out, it's like, hell yeah.
I love that. As long as you're not throwing it out in the universe that you're expecting no's.
You would get way more yes right that way.
I agree. I agree. Any ahas that you guys want to share from this exercise anymore?
There's a whole sales technique, and it is called go for now.
Mhm.
And it's like kind of I used to in my previous career. It's like you have 100 circles. They all look nodes, and your goal is to fill circles.
Yeah.
Because statistically, you get one yes and 10.
Yeah.
And so it's the go for now. Then it desensitizes you and you realize they're not attacking chores, and they say, no, this is really not about you, it's about them.
Right.
And in real estate, of course, you never convince somebody to move or sell it or buy a house. It's not,
Or join KW.
yeah, it's not a lipstick.
Yeah. And if that works for you, but use it.
In my world, that's too much negativity, too much no. If I focus on no's all day long, I don't get the result I want.
I agree.
I
don't
feel
see no.
defeated because I've created an atmosphere of no.
But I don't see no's as a negative.
That's why I said,
Yeah.
if it works for you, use whatever works for you.
Yeah.
No's a great way to do it.
A good thing. Yeah. We tell our children no, we tell ourselves no, no's safe, they try boundaries. It's all about that reframing. Yep. It's not a go fuck off. It's just a, yeah, it shouldn't even be an emotion. Nope. It's not even a negative or, you know, it's just this.
Yeah.
It
It just is.
It just is. But it's not.
Well, it's removing the fear, you know,
Well,
because so
that's-
many people don't even start by calling their database because of limiting beliefs, like the fear of the no. So
Right.
if you normalize the no and you don't fear it, then you call and then they say, no, okay, cool.
Yeah,
On my
whatever.
next one.
Yeah, okay.
But instead of like fighting, like the no, you go Kendall or.
Yeah.
They're not attacking you.
They're not attacking you.
They're not.
They
And
just
it's
don't
not
wanna
a
talk
go-
right now.
It's not a go fuck off, like I hate you. That would be a negative.
Right.
A no is just a, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
So.
No, I love that. Whatever works for you. Thanks for playing. That is good stuff. What do we have here? Oh, look at that.
KWRI put out
I
a.
totally missed that slide.
On the back of this packet, you have the KWRI Holiday Blitz playbook. So this is a one-pager that was put out explaining all the different ways that you can do client events during the holiday season. And give you some ideas and how to do it. And so obviously we are at the end of October. If you guys are handing out candy on Friday, you know, look in this card, no shame in that, touch candy. You know, I know.
Heck
parents
yeah.
eat the kids' candy.
We go through the candy.
And then there's ideas for November, December, and then if you flip over, we have what we are doing, you know, ideas in here. Obviously, in November, we're doing our pie giveaway, so if you have not signed up for Pie Day, we still have plenty of time. This is a great opportunity. We have all of the stickers, so if you need help designing a logo to go on your pie, we can print them off here and help you with that for branding, Pie Day. So you just go into the QR code for Pie Day. We'll get out the QR code.
I love this idea in November, the gratitude cards for your clients. So easy. But this one in December, somebody in this room needs to do this. The gingerbread contest. That is genius. And you're using social media. I love that.
But the QR code for Pie Day is on the second page, top left here. So if you want to order your pies, and these are just some ideas that KWRI pushed out. So please. Oh, that's great.
I'm already making that gingerbread contest better in my brain. Somebody please do it. Get your clients all to build a gingerbread contest and enter to win, and then have social media vote. Oh, Lindsay, you're up.
6, 7. No cap, y'all. Earnest money. No, I'm just kidding. I cannot even. It's so hard. I like had to do Gemini to like look up teenage slang just so I can communicate. Yeah, I need. Hey, okay, so a couple things. I have been pulled into a lot of earnest money conflict resolution that we got going on. So I just wanted to kind of showcase a little bit. In Ohio, so we had a situation last week where our agent was the seller and the earnest money was supposed to be deposited and written acknowledgement sent to the listing agent within 3 calendar days. That did not happen. Well, our listing agent got a backup offer, $18,000 more for their seller. There's no communication from the buyer's agent, and said listing agent was going to do a termination, which they can, and accept that 18,000. Well, fast forward, this is past the 3 days. The listing agent called the buyer's agent to give them a heads up that they're going to terminate based on the escrow. And then that buyer's agent, about 20 minutes later, responded with proof of the escrow funds. So what's the problem with that?
The problem with that is they should have said the termination first before they.
Because they verbally gave the termination. Because in this contract, it reads, if the hold on. If written acknowledgement of earnest money is not provided within the stated period, then seller at any time, God, I need my glasses. Sorry, y'all. It's getting 6-7. Shall be deposited in trust account pending the final settlement. Earnest money is not provided within the stated period, then seller at any time after the stated period, but prior to receiving the written acknowledgement of deposit and by seller's sole option may be written notice to selling realtor or buyer terminate this contract. So what happened, they verbally gave a heads up, and then that period of time before the actual termination agreement was set, the buyer's agent provided written acknowledgement. Right, but it doesn't matter. So that supersedes the verbal, because it's not just the stated period, it's before the termination has been provided, written termination.
But the very procedures says he contacted that you would never expect from. But what we got was a photograph of literally the first. We didn't get the contract. We didn't get it written.
It doesn't say in the contract that it needs to be the actual acceptance of the contract. In here, it just says written acknowledgement. That's written acknowledgement. It doesn't have to be the piece from the contract. Now, on a professional level, we should be filling out the contract properly, following what the contract says. If we're buyer's agent, submitting to them proof of a written acknowledgement that the earnest money has been collected. Now, Bo's going to bat for our listing agent, and I think that they're going to be able to accept that $18,000 contract because the buyers, there's other things going on with that. But we have to read the contract as is and follow these dates. This is what's happening, is our listing agents are taking back power to the sellers by following the contracts on the dates. If you're not going to follow the contracts as a buyer's agent on these dates and you are a day late, we have issues. I have another agent as far as the inspection period. So the inspection period was 7 days starting the day after the contract acceptance date. The buyer's agent messed up on the date, submitted the defect notice a day late, did their math wrong. And our listing agent's like, well, we're outside the inspection period. 1 day late. So we have to follow the dates as it's written in the contract And be very careful. If you are a buyer's agent, there are listing agents out there who are getting backup offers during this 3-day period. And you gotta be careful. They're gonna get out of it. What are you grinning for? 6'7".
You're just backing up there. So, Lindsay, so it's proof that you have the check in hand, not proof that you've given it to pay company. Yeah, I thought.
So it needs to be deposited within 3 days.
Right, so which proof? Because you said something about.
It's written acknowledgement that we received it.
No, it says right there that it's been submitted for deposit. Yeah, so which, the acknowledgement that I have. in my
Right,
notes
you're
doesn't
right, yeah.
seem to do anything, But, say, I'm sorry, it's already been deposited. Would be the-
Submitted for deposit, that's the thing that you definitely need to have is that, here it is and it's been submitted for deposit.
So just
What
show me
happens
the
once
check
it's
number.
submitted is out of your control,
Mhm.
right? So if you're able to say, written, we've received it, it's been submitted.
That's why, so like with payload, it's so nice because when you deposit through payload, you, as an agent, receive that email right away. You can just forward that off to the listing agent.
And if you're the list agent and the buyer's agent is not following timelines, and you've got a backup offer that your client would love to entertain, keep your mouth shut.
Well, yeah,
Well, yeah.
you can, after you send your email, follow up with verbal, but things need to be written.
So the seller missed out on that extra meeting or?
So
We don't know.
there's other circumstances that are allowing that backup offer, but yes, we learned a very hard, that agent learned a very hard lesson on, the fact he was giving him a courtesy,
Yeah, you're trying to-
but we gotta send written, everything's gotta be written. I just went through the whole real estate process. There's nothing in there that says anything about verbal being accepted.
Kentucky is very similar, but we don't spell it out the same way as you guys do in Ohio. You have 72 hours to get the earnest money submitted for deposit. And if the buyer's agent fails to do that, the contract does become voidable. It's up to the seller as to how they want to proceed. And we don't have it as specific as you do, but
Can you say that again? What is
in
it?
Kentucky, you do write in the time frame. So I'm going to have it done within 2 calendar days,
Yeah.
3 calendar days, whatever. And so the buyer's agent has to submit that earnest money for deposit within 72 hours. If that doesn't happen and the list agent is saying, where's the earnest money, or they call the office, there's no earnest money, the seller has the option as to how to proceed. They can make the contract voidable or they can move forward with closing.
Well, and here's another thing, when you get in a situation in Ohio and you guys cannot, the buyers and the sellers do not agree upon the release of earnest money, it's separate from the contract. And the contract could be in the inspection period. It could be a legit reason to cancel the contract. But if the buyer and the seller do not agree upon how the earnest money is mutually released, that has to sit in Ohio for 2 years. 2 years from the date of it being deposited. And unless it go to court or arbitration, and then the judge decides. But, some of these contracts are putting in hefty earnest money deposits to try to solidify that deal. You gotta be able to explain that to your clients, because I've had clients show up here in person wanting their earnest money, and that is awkward. So please communicate that.
So, question, how do they handle that? How does it handle,
How did our
like, the situation, how do they handle it now?
So there's other factors involved, because in addition to the escrow money, the buyers were trying to get a lower price, and they started negotiating. So I do believe that it went out of contract because of that, and they ended up taking the 18,000. But if it came down to it, like the back and forth, and Bo's been involved in this transaction, his verbal, it has no weight.
Well, I guess my question was the option presented to the original buyer of, hey, you guys messed up, right? The agent somewhere messed up. So I would still
gentleman now, we have an offer of 18,000, you're out of contract, so that's an opportunity for me, the listing agent, to get a higher offer with, like, now you're involved. So you say, hey, you know what? This is what we got, we can still go with you.
Yeah, it's
but
still, it's still ongoing. I'll get a follow-up on it, but the reality is that the first buyer, not only was it the earnest money, the issue, they were also trying to renegotiate the purchase price for a significant amount less. So they weren't even willing to, they didn't even want to pay for what they originally went under contract for. So there's other, it's not as cut and dried, but I get what you're saying, like being able to renegotiate.
That's a good question, though. Like, if you're in that situation,
Well, we have been, and that's why I'd say today,
Yeah.
it's the agent's fault. To me, it's not the buyer's fault that the agent didn't do their job.
Right.
Again, this, to me, situation is from what we were talking about earlier, not coming into the office.
Yep.
If you're around agents that are doing business, you're gonna know these,
Right.
you gotta know these deadlines. And now
Absolutely.
we're in a relationship, we're in a business. Fuck, my clients like that out of their dream home, you're not gonna leave for me. You're not
No.
gonna leave me with you. You're not gonna. That's how we get our business.
Yeah.
You're not doing your job. You're not doing your job. You're gonna cost you.
Right. You've got to follow the contract as it's written, and you better know these dates like the back of your hand, and you better put it on your schedule, because if you miss a deadline, you could screw up the purchase of a home for your client.
it seems to me your opportunity there as the list agent is to release the contract and then say, you guys can always come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
If
agree.
you want to come back to the offer, and by the way, we've got one on the table. Yeah.
Yeah, and by being the courteous listing agent, calling them, giving them a heads up. That's probably not what they should have done.
It's not in the best interest of
Yeah,
your seller.
okay, so, yeah. They should have just terminated one.
Yeah, and you know, that's difficult. Talk about inspection timelines, when I'm doing a deal and I love Celeste and she's great, and she's a day late, I can tell it's 11 p.m. and this is the last day for her repair request, or whatever y'all call it, what do you call it here? Defect notice. Your defect notice is due by midnight, it's 11:59 and I don't have it. I wanna call Celeste and give her the heads up because I love her, but I'm representing my
Yep,
client. I'm not
absolutely.
going to-
I'm hoping it's a false.
Yeah. I know.
Right, but it's not our job. It's not our job, it's not our fiduciary duty to worry about the co-op agent missing
Right,
timelines. We have to do what's best for our sellers in these situations.
Like, just do it. 'Cause if you tell them, it's like, they're like, I told my husband I'm gonna do a divorce, well, now he's gonna do all the money. You told them you're getting a divorce, like, just, like, get with the divorce.
All right, one other thing that I want to touch on, the Ohio Division of Real Estate has changed their e-licensing platform. It is, please come find me. It is, I have done it. I've helped about 6 or 7 agents, so I know how to do it like the back of my hand. It is not fun. You have to create an Ohio ID. The thing is that the division's kind of in limbo until everyone claims their license. So you have to create, you have to go, if you Google Ohio Division of Real Estate, I mean, this is the QR code that'll take you there. You go to the e-license. The e-license is where you would go in and renew. This is Ohio. E-license is where you go and renew your license every 3 years, or where you submit your so your CE, but you have to go in and create your Ohio ID and claim your license. If you have any trouble with this, please find me. I'm happy to help with this.
You have an Ohio
Yes.
ID? Can I just log in?
So if you have Ohio ID, go to the Ohio Division of Real Estate, click on that link. And then it'll take you to a login that's Ohio ID, but specific for the LPI integration. And then in there, you'll claim, everyone should have gotten an email from the Ohio Division of Real Estate on how to do this. Tip, when you go to claim your license, you have to put in SAL period, then your license number. But again, come find me if you have any issues with this. To be honest, I'll probably end up just doing a workshop for you guys. No, yeah, you have to go on to, yeah, it sucks. Yep. Yep.
what I'll do is I'll probably do a couple workshops and we'll just do it together. Yeah, okay, cool. And then, here we go. Oh my gosh.
Are you so excited about family reunion? What did you tell them?
Well, the keynote speaker. Peyton, what's his? Jay Shetty. Jay Shetty is the keynote speaker. And then also yesterday they announced that on Sunday, so the structured family reunion, they're kind of pivoting a little bit. And Sunday, it starts on the 21st, which is a Saturday, I think. Sunday is the entire day dedicated to AI and social media. The entire day. They brought in, oh, I forget his name.
Point is they've got a full day at family reunion devoted to AI and social media. Gary said yesterday in our meeting that this is likely going to be something that they do twice a year, specifically geared towards social media and AI.
Give you an idea, last year or this year, for this classes, and
Yeah.
if we weren't there 20 minutes late, we couldn't fit classes that week. So having a full day of that with.
It's gonna be mind blowing. I'm more excited about that than any of
And
that.
it's included with your family reunion ticket, which is, we talked about it being like a separate thing. So, just your family reunion ticket, I'll be there.
Yeah, Gary Keller was wanting to make it a paid event and his team shot him down. So nope, everybody needs this.
All right.
That's on the second day.
On the ticket stove, I think it just went up. So earlier pricing is no more than like $50. So you're looking at that.
And it will go up again in January.
But like vendors that you work with and people like that may want to sponsor you to grow your business and do those kinds of things. If you want to be there, have conversations with your people to get you there. I'll be there. I want to hang out with Gary. What did you say about conversations? Like, Celeste asked if there was like sponsorships or something. You know, like I think like if you have like close relationships with lenders or whoever, they'll more than likely want to pour into you to grow your business or network. Maybe even share their agents.
Thank you.
On that family reunion website, but I've heard, at least in Atlanta, a couple people are talking about doing like Airbnbs or things like that. Some of us are gonna try, some of us are gonna fly.
Yeah, Atlanta's gonna be so much fun. And if you want to know where to stay, call Jamar.
Tomorrow knows where everybody's.
He knows all things ATL. Yeah, him too. Hey, we got a smart plan workshop. Today is part 2 of the first one, so make sure you are there. That's today at 1 o'clock. This is when you guys are actually going to implement your smart plans. So exciting. Pie Days coming up November 25th. QR code here. You can get a pumpkin pie, apple pie, or pecan pie for your clients. This is a great opportunity for your clients to come see you and get a pie.
And you guys can get crazy with that. Marketing, social media, be crazy. Doesn't have to just be a prize.
Yep. Costume contest. Woo! Everybody who's dressed up, y'all gotta come up here. Bring up the costumes. Bring up the costumes.
Just do it right here.
Jeff Spicoli.
What are you?
Spicoli. From,
Okay, we're gonna go one by one, and they're gonna tell you. Well, first I want you all to guess. Maybe start out. Then we get a photo. You don't know. All right. First costume here. What are you? You guys wanna guess what it is?
I feel like you gotta do like this.
I am in a good luck.
Oh.
And I am possibly
Love it. Anybody know this costume? Oh, he's Urkel. This costume. Fred
I know, I want to
Rogers.
feel it too.
What we got right here?
Let's go, Bob.
What we got right here?
90s thing.
Nice.
I brought my 90s
Okay,
girl.
we got a decade. What we got here?
All I need are some tasty waves, a cool buzz, and I'll be fine.
Chloe, what do we have here?
Teenager.
Teenager and.
I know.
Oh.
What are you?
Oh, I'm a fisherman.
Can we do girl code?
The Gordon's fisherman.
You look great. That's
Fish catcher. Thank you. All right. So, ready? By applause, you guys are gonna vote for your favorite costume. I think Urkel.
Yeah.
Wait, show your winners. Yeah, you gotta do. Hey.
But I think Kendall's gonna take a.
Who did he win, Jennifer? Who did he win?
Yes. Everyone
Okay,
gather
good.
around.
Where I am.
Get close.
Should I?
Oh, we are.
Make sure you send those to Peyton.
Perfect.
William, Lindsay has a prize for you after the meeting.
Jennifer, you wanna come on up?
Mr. Rogers, I love it.
All right, John.
All right. So for those of you who were at Bold, we did a little game.
Thank you.
We did a little game, so I thought it would be fun to, we did more FHA type questions. So on that theme, we're going to keep doing a little education with fun. So for those of you who don't know me, but I think everyone here does, I'm Jennifer Shield. I am a mortgage queen. I know how to make deals work. And I've been in this business for 25 years. Kelsey's back here with me. She's on my team. And yeah, it's good. Rates are, we'll get some refi activity going. Maybe you get some buyers that are sitting on the fence for rates. So there's a lot of good things in the near future. Yes, if you have a property that you need a buy before you sell, that's my kind of my jam. So I was cleaning out my closet and I'm gonna do some more marketing stuff to my clients. But I bought these and I thought they were kind of cool and I thought you might want to see them. So they're little flashlights and I was gonna write a little letter of the heart to my clients or agents, just anyone that in my sphere, just saying, you know, I can make loans very clear and kind of a theme. So if anyone wants one of these, what I liked about them when I bought them is that you can put your logo on them and then also they would fit in an envelope. So I was going to, you know how like a lot of times I'll do like those little flat calendars for the fridge and stuff, but it's just nice to be able to have something flat that you can send your clients. So if anyone wants one, just let me know. I've got a whole box of them. Then I have some cards, but so we're gonna play 10 questions. This is all centered around conventional lending guidelines. And then you're keeping track, it's the honor system. And for the most that you get right, then we'll take the top 3 and I will send you a Starbucks gift card. Yes, for Bold, we did Amazon gift cards. But I wasn't as organized today because I had a client come in and I walked her through her conditions and it took an hour and a half this morning. So anyway, okay, so what is you're keeping track yourself and then you're just raising your hand if you have the question and we'll go through these. What is the minimum down payment for most first-time homebuyers using a standard conventional loan? You're keeping track if you got the right answer, but you can, it is 3%, Emily. Correct. So that's for first-time homebuyers. Second-time homebuyers need 5%. Which 2 government-sponsored entities set most conventional underwriting guidelines? A, HUD and FHA, B, VA and USDA, C, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, or D, Ginnie Mae and HUD. Correct. It is C, Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae. Fannie Mae is LP, Loan Prospector, and Freddie Mac is DU, Desktop Underwriter. Those are the 2 softwares that lenders use. So if someone says to you, oh, I ran it through DU and I got approved eligible, that's what they're talking about. What is the maximum allowable debt to income ratio that DU or LP may approve with strong compensating factors? So we're talking about putting the loan into the software, and if a borrower is strong, what is the maximum debt to income that the loan can get approved up to? No. That was FHA though. Not yet. No. So if a borrower makes $5,000 a month, what's the most amount of monthly debt that they're allowed to have? 50% of what they make. You did? Okay, Emily got it right. Okay, I didn't hear you. I mean, it's the honor system. You're right. Okay. What is the minimum credit score typically required to qualify for a conventional loan? It is 620. Now you may not get an approval at 620, but you can go down to 620. There's 2 things. It's the rules and then what you can get approved, and they don't always match. Right. That's why I'm doing these like I did it for Bold too. I think it's good, like just to kind of like if a client says to you, oh, I make $5,000 a month, and then they say, I want to see a $500,000 house. Like I'm immediately like, that's about a $3,500 house payment. That's not going to work. Like, I just know these things. You guys should kind of know these things too, you know? For a conventional loan with less than 20% down, what type of protection is required? A, upfront mortgage insurance, B, funding fee, C, mortgage insurance, or D, RD guaranteed fee? Correct. Mortgage insurance. Upfront MIP is for FHA loans. C is correct. Okay. How long must a borrower typically wait after a Chapter 7 bankruptcy discharge to qualify for a conventional loan? 1 year, 2 years, 4 years, or 7 years? Nope. Nope. Yep. FHA is 2 years. Correct. Good. Good. What type of appraisal report form is generally required for a single family property on a conventional loan? And you probably may not know this, but 1025, 1004, 1007, or 216. It's a 1004, a uniform residential appraisal report for a 1-unit home. That's what we order. When you say, go ahead and order the appraisal, your lender is ordering a 1004. Be like, hey, can you order a 1004? That would be B. Yeah, but your loan officer probably won't even know. They'll be like, I don't know, what is that? It's a universal residential appraisal form. Mhm. So the appraisers have different forms. So like if you need rental income or you're in a multifamily, they're all called different forms. Think of the IRS, how you have like forms, same thing. What is the maximum number of finance properties a borrower may have when obtaining a conventional loan on a second home or investment property? Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. 4, A is 4, B is 6, C is D or 10, C is 10, and D is unlimited. 1 is 4, B is 6, C is 10. How many total property? What is the maximum numbers of finance properties that borrower may have when obtaining a conventional loan on a second home or investment property? Because you can only have one primary. Okay, everybody got their answers? It's 10. Is C.
That's good.
Which conventional program allows 3% down payment and has income limits tied to the area median income? A, Home Ready, B, Home Possible, C, both A and B, or D, neither A nor B. Okay, anybody? It is C. So Home Ready is DU's version of 3% down and Home Possible is LP's version. So when I can't get a borrower approved, like I was doing one yesterday and the guy can't go FHA because his income is declining more than 20% from one year to the other and he's self-employed. So that's a kind of stinks. So then I called my underwriter and she's like, well, try if you can go conventional. Well, his credit score was 660. So I was like, he's probably not going to go conventional. So I started playing with it. Like I'll go 3% down, 5% down, 10% down. Because the more you put down, the more the system might do it. So you're kind of like pecking, hunting and pecking. And so then I put in 10% down to you. I got what is called, they call it a refer, and which is basically a denial. And then I put in an LP 10% and I got an approve eligible. Like, woo woo, right? So you just never know. Which property type typically requires a homeowner review and tighter guidelines under conventional rules? A, condo, B, manufactured house, C, 2-unit duplex, D, townhome. Which property type typically requires an HOA review and tighter LTV guidelines under conventional rules? A, condo, B, manufactured home, C, 2-unit duplex, D, townhome. Condo. Because of that building that fell over in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, homeowners communities are basically like, in my opinion, a hot mess. Think of all the humans that like you can't get along with everyone in your neighborhood, let alone manage a property. No one's being paid to manage this stuff. It's a mess. Well, or things that become liabilities. I mean, I did a loan a year ago. No, it was this summer. It was horrible. It never closed. The condo community didn't have any of their stuff properly documented. I couldn't get it out of them. They had a survey done by someone who said that in order to keep it work, like, operational, like driveways, curbs, like, rain, like basins, whatever, they needed to invest $500,000 over the next 5 years. They only had $100,000 in reserves. So, I mean, how do you assess a group like that? I mean, People buy a condo because it's $350 a month. They don't realize that they could get a $20,000 assessment. So they don't fix things sometimes properly, and then they become problems, and then the house starts falling apart, and then the lender ends up getting something that someone walks away from. So they want to know that the condo association has their act together. Otherwise, they don't want to give the money because someone will just walk away. So normally you have to do non-warrantable, and that would be like 20% down. So this is Fannie Freddie. Like you can't do 3 or 5 on a property that's not warrantable. So like my girl was a first time home buyer and she only had 3% down. And once we started uncovering everything, she walked away. And the seller was mad. But they don't, I mean, the seller's responsibility is to pay attention to what's going on where they live. But anyway, those are it. Okay, so who had 10? 8, 9, 8, 7. Yay! Okay. So I will send you a gift card to Starbucks. Do you like Starbucks? Okay. Okay. All right. So text me your email address you want to use. Okay. And I'll have Kelsey or Diana send it. Yeah, just text me your email address you want me to send it to. Who had 6? Okay. I will send you both Starbucks gift cards as well. All right. Does anybody want any lights? I mean, they might not be a bad idea for like. Well, I mean, get into a property. They will fit in a envelope. So you can mail it.
That was very helpful, Jennifer. Thank you. I feel like you learned some stuff.
That was good. Y'all ready for some chili?
All right, so with the chili, there is a corresponding number. There is a corresponding number to the chili. There's little coffee cups that you can use. Try all the chilies. There's a box. Vote on your best chili.
Since we went over, if you want to write your I have or I need on the board, we would appreciate it, and then we'll get that out to everybody. If anyone needs my phone number, write your I haves, I needs on the board, please.
Like in the back of like anything. The house the other night. Find the box, we're walking all over the house. I don't know how long they'll last. Okay. Did you get